2018 Silverado. Pretty sure it's a water pump making noise here. Swap that out right now, try to record it. Remove that plastic cover from the bottom just to have more access. Down here, probably gonna change all the bands out. Then lift it, get your jack on, jack stand, to remove your tires so we can remove the fender liner in here. There's a couple Torx 15, I believe. That one was 4 10mm and 2 15s at the top. Tires should be 22. Remove that, get the liner removed so you have access to the lower radiator hose. There you go, man. Have to do only this side. Once you get that liner removed, you have access to your lower radiator hose or the petcock. Should be right there. Here's the radiator hose. You just take that clamp off right here, get some pliers, remove it, or you could undo the petcock. But from previous experiences, whenever I remove the petcock, it always breaks. So I'm just gonna remove the lower radiator hose and get some drain pans, and I'll be right back. Put the clamp on, pull back just far enough to where you can remove the hose, pull the hose, and it should drain. There you go, got the clamp back far enough. Just pull the hose back and make sure you have your catch cans, your drain cans, pans. Make sure everything's should be fine there. Let's check it out. Just pull back and it should start emptying out. Adjust this. And there. I hope. You can also open up your reservoir tank so it drains faster, your radiator caps as well. And this one, put this one. And there you go, just let it drain out. Pop this open, get some air in there, make it drain out a little faster. There you go, see? Should be fully drained. Once you're done draining, we can move to the top, remove the air box, remove the water pump and get it swapped out. And I'm doing a full coolant flush as well, might as well. It has 93,000 miles. Doesn't look bad. The panel was dirty, so there's speckles in there, but I don't think, not too sure if you need to remove this plastic trim, but I'm gonna remove it to see if it gives me more access, more space to get the water pump out. All you need to do is get one of these trim panel removers, jam it in there and pop it out. So I ended up removing the trim panel, but it did literally nothing, so just leave it on. You don't need to take it off. I'm gonna take off the air intake box, muffler, whatever it is, deadener. Gotta remove these hoses here. All it is a push style thing. Just squeeze and just wiggle it back out. There you go, see? You squeeze right here, these gray plastic tabs, I guess. Squeeze it in, pop it right out, and you gotta do the passenger side. It's right on here, right there. Squeeze, wiggle back till it pops up. And then you'll also have to remove this hose clamp here. Regular Flathead screwdriver would do. You don't have to take it completely off, just twist it, loosen it enough to where it slides out. Now that the clip is off, you can actually see what it does. You grab from the passenger side is the top, driver side it's on the bottom. And this part here just squish down and it opens up the clip right there. Just pull back. Now for the hose, just regular Flathead will do. Just like that, should be good enough there. You don't need a, you can if you want, you can take this one off to completely remove it, but I think just moving it up and out of the way would give us enough space. There you go. Now you have access to the water pump. Nice. Got your radiator hoses here. You can check them. You can replace them if they need replacing. Got the thermostat right in here. I will be replacing it, but mine doesn't get here till Saturday, like a week. So I'm just gonna replace the water pump, which is this one here, and worry about the thermostat later. Should be doing it all together so it's easier, less coolant you waste. You could swap out your serpentine belts as well. It'll be a good time since you got to remove it to get the pump out. And for these trucks, there's 3 belts. You got the regular main belt, you got the AC compressor belt here, and you got this other one right down here. I don't know if you can see. There it is, right there. This one here, this pulley is for your vacuum pump. Got the small belt there, but we'll worry about that. As for the serpentine belt, you have to remove. All you gotta do is put the end of a 1/2 inch, I believe, driver inside that square there. Yeah, it's 1/2 inch, I believe. There you go. And just turn to the right to loosen it. I'm gonna need both hands, so I'm not gonna be able to show, but all you gotta do, push down, and as you see, the tension is getting removed from the belt, and all you gotta do is just remove the band from there. There you go. Once you remove the band, look, upon further diagnosis, you can tell that it is this one making the noise. As you can see, it's making a screeching, rattling noise. Thinking it's the bearings that went bad. We're gonna get that replaced, and I'll show you how. There's 6 screws, I believe, 6 10mm. Right in here, all you gotta do is just move the thing there so you can access them. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. That's right there, all at the bottom. Get those removed. As soon as you remove that, remove the bolts, and the water pump should come right out. I got the 6 bolts out, all 10mm. Got the water pump there. All I gotta do is you pull it out. It is gonna spill, so have a drain pan ready. I had pulled it out slowly. I'm trying to not make a big mess. But there you go. That's good right there. And there you go. The water pump is out. Next, what you want to do is make sure the gasket comes out. It's right here, as you can see, it's spinning right there. Then you're gonna want to clean on the mating surface right there. See how there's that little gunk right here? It's nothing bad, but just make sure if you have any gunk, scrape it off. Clean it with some brake clean. Maybe even the inside right here. Make sure nothing gets inside there. You know, that little bit of coolant that's in there. And time to put the other one on. Tighten everything back up. Do the reverse order that you just did, and all that would be left is fill up the tank after you connect your radiator hose or your petcock. And there you go. Easy job. Could do it in an hour, maybe even less. Very easy, very simple. Anyone could do it. Regular household tools. And there you go. New part just got here. Can finally swap it out. Sorry, the next day, but it's fine. This is the old one. What you want to do is make sure they're the same. You can see they're the same. Got the gasket in there. Let's put this on. So what I want to do, clean that out a bit. Try to get most of it out. Whatever you can, whatever's in the block, that's fine. If you want to do a flush, you can do a full flush. Should be fine like that. Then if you have some gunk on it, you get a little putty plastic scraper and just get that machine surface nice and clean. Mine is fine, so I don't really need to do that. What I do want to do, grab a shop towel or a little rag, get some brake clean, spray it on the rag, and just clean the surface around to make sure that the gasket gets a good seal. Just like that. Next, you can align the gasket. You can see there's one side that has 2 holes. There you go. Just line it like that. That one goes up here. As you can see, the little nipple goes right into that one. You can grab a screw as well. Make sure you put it in right. Little trick tip. Get 2 screws in there like that, so when you put it in, it holds it in. Doesn't, lets the gasket stay in place, doesn't fall out. Just go straight in. That way you know that it's going in correctly. But I think I might have let go. There you go, and just tighten that one in. Out of the way, just a few little spins so that it stays in place. There you go.
Nice. Get this one down here. And put this in the rest.
Forgot to record, but I got it back on. Put the intake back on. At the funnel, I was filling it up right now. Just after you fill it up, you gotta burp it. Get your funnel, fill it up all the way, turn on your engine, and let that air bubbles bleed out, burp out. And as soon as you do that, you should be good. Just make sure you turn on your heater. It's all the way to the high, and keep a eye on your temperature gauge. Make sure it reaches that like 200 area-ish around the middle. You should be good. Once you're done with everything, you want to go on a quick 10-15 minute drive. Make sure that your truck's running at operating temperature. As you can see, my gauge right in the middle, which is perfect. Been riding like that for a half hour already, and it hasn't moved, which is a good sign that everything was done right. When you're done with your drive, just check your reservoir tank. Make sure that the coolant's level's fine. If it seems to be a little low, wait till it cools off and top it off to the fill cool line, and you're all done.